Hello, everybody. It's me, Teddy. Back with another CEN-3024 software development assignment. For this portion of, or module 9, we will be going over the CC's Candy Corner app, and we'll be adjusting it over so it will have a user interface instead of a command line interface. Um, I did take care of that code already, so that step's already taken care of. Um, but I want to just go over a bit of the changes, why they were made, um, what exactly, is the difference between them, I guess. To start, we removed CC's Candy Corner app. The reason being is because we replaced it with CC's Candy Corner GUI. Uh, this main program here is the this is the main portion of the program for the program itself. Some of the changes I wanted to implement in this through testing is when I first created the program, I realized two things that were kind of important to me, but just to make the program as seamless as the requirements, deem. Uh, I put in functionality within the app. As you can see here, there are the required ones, load data from file, display all bracelets, add new bracelet, remove bracelet, update bracelet. But some of the functionality I noticed when I would do that, in like update bracelet, for example, the main program would not update if you would update your quantity to 0, it wasn't doing the calculation that it should change it to out of stock, and vice versa. If you wanted to put 1 in there, it should automatically switch over to being in stock, because you can't have be in stock and have a quantity of 0. So we wanted to implement that. So every time we do that, it should auto refresh the front page so the user can see the changes made, and we have a confirmation at the bottom as well. So that was one of the main changes in Candy Corner GUI versus Candy Corner app. Another one is I started it in dark mode. I'm very picky about my eyes. As you can see, I wear glasses. Um, so yeah, I wanted to put as less strain on people's eyes as possible. Now, we did make some updates to both the bracelet.java and the inventory manager here to, switch away from the Candy Corner app and the command line interface over to a more, robust GUI. Here's some of our classes here for inventory manager. Got our getters, the validation methods, validate, that things are what they should be. So it's valid ID, valid description, valid quantity amount, valid price, because you can't have negatives for quantity or price. Valid status means that it cannot be any other thing other than in stock, out of stock. We also want to make sure that the IDs are unique. This portion here is set so it can allow it to pull bracelets by their IDs. And this one here is for the read data from file. Alright, now that we've gone over some of those changes that we made, we're all here to see if the program works, right? Let's go ahead and build it. Let it run here. And as you can see here, the program does run. It's CC's Candy Corner Inventory Management System. We do see it as started in dark mode, which is great. And we're going to start by doing some of the required functionality here. I'm going to go in my project folder here. As you can see, we have from the data.txt included in the GitHub page, I guess. It has 20 entries already in it. So we wanted to pull those in. As you can see, there are various in stock, out of stock. We can see various prices and we can see various quantities. For example, here, Golden Aura says 0, and it says out of stock. Let's go ahead and start by testing the functionality of this. We're going to go ahead and add a bracelet first. So let's go to 0 to 1, because remember, all IDs must be unique, because if you put in 0 to 0, and I go through this process, it'll be 4 not. We're always going to do will buyers, that way I can stay consistent and people understand that I am being consistent. Let's say there's a quantity of 2, and then we'll do a price of 15.99. Add it. You can see, error. A bracelet with this ID already exists. Please enter a unique ID. So great. It's kicking out stuff that it should be kicking out. So we're going to go 0 to 1, because we know that's a unique ID, because based on the bottom here under Dreamweaver. Now we'll do it again. Will buyers. Quantity, let's do 10. And then we'll do $15.99 again for the price. Boom. As we can see, it has now populated to the, I'm going to open this just a little bit bigger. As you can see here, it has populated at the bottom. It shows the quantity is 10 in stock. Let's go ahead and add a few more. Let's do 022. And this one will be L for 11. And then we'll do quantity 10 again. And let's go quantity 1. And 15.99, because they share a color scheme. You can see both of them are here now. Now let's go ahead and test our next function. We're going to go ahead and remove a bracelet. It's going to prompt you, the user, to input the ID. So that would be 022. We're going to remove L. And as you can see, it is now gone off of our table here. And we can see the confirmation down at the bottom that it has successfully been removed. Now let's go ahead and we're going to test now the update function. We're going to test out Will Byers. We're going to fool around with him because there's a few options in here. So we know his ID is 021, and we see the quantity, we see the price, we see current status, in stock or out of stock. Let's go ahead and change the stock to 0. As you can see now, it auto-updated Will from being in stock to out of stock. Let's go ahead and try to change it in stock when there's no stock. It doesn't make any changes because it cannot change the status of in stock if there are no bracelets there. 021. Alright, let's give him a quantity. And let's try to do the opposite. Let's go to try to say it's out of stock even though it's got a quantity of 1. Boom. Still shows in stock because it says no changes were made. It is acknowledging that no changes were made because in the back-end logic, it just does not allow that to happen. Alright, so let's go ahead and put it in a valid state here. Let's say we want to change the price. $15.99, we're doing a sale. So let's say we're going to do it for $12.99. We give you a $3 discount. As you can see here now, in this page here, it does show $12.99, the price change, and we get the confirmation down here. Alright, now for the next portion, I'm going to go ahead and sort these all here. We're going to go by a threshold of 5. Remember that, because we're going to go do for the custom action, we're going to generate a low stock report. So it's going to generate any bracelets that fall below the threshold of 5. We do let the user set it, but for the sake of this example, sake of this exercise here, I'm going to move the camera, it's going to be 5. Alright, so let's go threshold of 5. And as you can see down here, wrong one. As you can see down here, it pulls out every single one that has a quantity below that threshold. Will Byers is there, as you can see, because he currently only has 1 stock. Mystic Pearl has 2, Forest Whisper 3, 4, and it cuts off there because we don't want it to include 5. We want it to fall below 5. That's the reasoning behind that, that not including these 2 here. Alright, and as you can see, the program is fully functioning. The only thing left for me to do now is make an executable JRR file and submit it and update my GitHub. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.